They were preparing for landing, but didn't expect this: wind whipping through the cabin from the wide open plane door after a passenger opened the emergency exit while the plane was in the air. This passenger says 10 people on the flight restrained the suspect and that they flew with the door open for 3 to 5 minutes before landing. The Asiana Airlines flight was traveling from the holiday island of Jeju in South Korea to the city of Daegu when the incident happened about 200 meters off the ground. The plane landed safely and no one was seriously injured, but the airline says some passengers were taken to hospital with breathing issues due to shock. Police detained the suspect. Korean Transport Ministry officials say they're investigating and the passenger could face up to 10 years in prison.
These are serious events. Anytime the safety instructions of the flight crew are not followed and adhered to, that creates a risk for passengers and flight crew.
Pilot Tim Perry says plane doors are impossible to open when you're high up mid-flight, but closer to the ground it can be easier.
When there's any type of pressure differential, really, it's next to impossible, but very, very near the ground where the pressure differential has not built up. It's difficult but not impossible, and so I think that will be part of what the investigation will reveal is exactly precisely when and how much force was required and if anything needs to be addressed.
Perry says an open door is rare but causes the cabin to depressurize, which can lead to breathing difficulties. But he says pilots are trained to handle that, and for passengers, oxygen masks should drop down to help until the plane is back on the ground. The Korean Transport Ministry says it's also investigating to see whether there were any abnormalities in the plane's maintenance. Alison Northcott, CBC News, Montreal.